What's up, fellow junkies? I am the Horror Junkies 509. As you can see, I'm sitting here with my homies today. This is going to be my episode 2 of my Franchise Fridays. As you can see, I'm going to be doing Halloween. It's October. Hopefully that's not too much of a stretch. Hopefully I'm going to get through this without saying anything stupid. I just got back from a concert. You guys haven't heard of him? Steel motherfucking Panther. And if you haven't heard of him and you're into old school metal, check those guys out. But I'm not here to give you a metal critique or review or anything. So I'm going to get right into this, you guys. Halloween's got quite a few movies, so I want to kind of make sure I get through everything that I want to say. So hopefully this guy doesn't try and stab me while I'm doing this, or this guy. I mean, I don't think he realizes I'm here yet. So let's get this rocking and rolling, you guys. Alright, you guys, so Halloween Part 1. We've all seen it. We all love it. This is the classic of all classics, you guys. 1978. This is kind of when the whole thing was born. I mean, the stalking, the babysitters, the white mask. This is basically the most crucial slasher movie of all time. With the introduction to Michael Myers, my boy, man, it's just like he's one of the top and always will be one of the top slashers. This series definitely has its ups and downs, just like every other franchise does. But I mean, I think the Halloween one is just more sacred than that, because they try to do so many different things, which is cool. But I mean, they did try to do so many wrong things as well. But I mean, with the first one, you introduce the Strode family. You get to meet Jamie Lee Curtis, our Scream Queen, Dr. Loomis, played by Donald Pleasance, and Michael Myers. Man, so that movie, it started it all. The birth of evil. The night he comes home. That's where it all began. I mean, I'm not going to try and go through the whole plots of these movies because I really won't have enough time, because there's quite a few movies in this franchise. But I want to just do kind of what I can. So I think that's most of the crucial parts. I mean, the first Halloween I can go on about forever, because it is the most crucial slasher movies of all time, especially the Halloween genre one. Alright, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to Halloween Part 2. More of the night he came home. Yeah, I got that thing right. Woo! Party on. So, this is just a continuation of the same night. At the end, you see Michael Myers get shot off a balcony. And then this part, we see that Loomis comes up, sees where he's landed, and he's gone. Then we hear the famous music. And I would do it, but it's just, I won't do it justice. I'm not a keyboardist. And you know, when you try to do it with your mouth, it's just a little bit goofy. Right? Am I right? We do it because we love it. But, I mean, all in all, it's just a little bit goofy. So, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, sad story. Sorry, guys. But, sorry, getting a text message. We'll try and make sure that doesn't happen again, right? Alrighty. Moving on, you guys, to the most controversial frickin' Halloween movie ever. And I got some things to say about this movie. Well, hold on. I haven't even talked about Part 2 yet. See? I'm a little tired, you guys. Like I said, it's a continuation of the same night of that he came home. Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis is in the hospital. He gets his way there, and he pretty much continues the stalking there. This poor girl didn't get a break in between sequels, man. She just right into the second one in the story, that is. So, basically, at the end of this movie, Michael Myers is basically blown up, dead on fire. Everything's good. Not quite. But then we get Halloween 3, the Season of the Witch. Now, I think the only thing really wrong with this movie is the fact that it says Halloween 3 on it. Because I watched this movie not expecting to see Michael Myers, and it's not a bad movie, you guys. I enjoy this movie quite a bit, actually. But as Halloween 3, I agree with you guys, it's a crock, it's a piece of shit. But, come on guys, as Season of the Witch, not a bad movie. I don't really have much to talk about this movie because honestly, like I said, it's just not important in the Halloween franchise. If I was doing the Season of the Witch franchise, which there isn't one, we'd that's where I'm going to leave it on that one. Alright guys, moving back to Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. Now, this is when the youngest Scream Queen I know of comes on in as Jamie Lloyd. I'm sorry, guys. If you guys know who I'm talking about, you should, because Danielle Harris. Sorry, I couldn't think of her name. Damn concerts. I loved this girl ever since I was a little kid, I mean, which is cool because when I first watched these, I was a little kid, so we were like the same age, if so facto. But now that I watch them, that'd be weird. But I'm not. She's older than me, so it's okay. All right, you guys. So basically, Jamie Lloyd, I believe it's Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter, so that's why he's after her. It's his niece. So that's the continuation of him trying to kill his whole family. That's the whole quintessential thing of Michael Myers, trying to kill the whole family. But it's weird for him going after a little girl. But I mean, just to finally get to see this guy come back in this movie was so nice after getting the utter travesty of Season of the Witch, Halloween 3, whatever. The Return, I think it's such a great movie. I don't really have too many complaints about it. I've enjoyed it. I mean, Halloween 1, 2, and 4, good movies, you guys. Pretty much with stuff with Michael Myers, I'm in. But there are silver linings to that. Don't think everything with Michael Myers is great. Alright, guys. Moving on to Halloween 5. Yeah, Michael Myers is in it, but this is definitely not one of the greatest ones. I enjoy it because, like I said, for the most part, I'm crazy about Michael Myers. If he's in the movie, it almost just makes it for me. Yes, I'm talking about you. Sorry. He was talking to me. But, I mean, Jamie Lloyd's back in it. She's kind of a mute in this movie, which just drives me crazy. Just irritating. You get a lot of returning characters in this one with a lot of new characters as well, obviously. But honestly, as far as Michael Myers, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, it's a decent flick. It's worth watching. It's worth owning. If you're a completist like me, obviously you're going to own it. But, I mean, Jamie's right back at it again at the helm, being the one running around screaming. I mean, there's a lot that you have to get through to lead up to that. I mean, but there's something crazy kind of at the end of this movie. Yeah, I don't want to give it away. I mean, I'm sure all of us have seen it, but I'm looking out for those people that haven't seen it yet. Definitely, up until now, this series is still great. It's just, I really wish we didn't have that bump in road. Season 3. Yeah, 4 and 5 are a little... Well, 4 is... I love 4. But 5, definitely a little weaker of a film. I still enjoy it, but Michael Myers is in it. I'm in. Alright, guys. Also, coming on to Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. This is when they try to explain why Michael Myers is doing this, and I'm not really into that. I liked the fact that he was kind of just, like, killing, and no one knew why. There was no motive. He was just killing his family. They tried to give him the whole thorn symbol, blah, blah, blah. That's why he's killing. He's part of a religious cult, whatever it is. That I was not crazy about. The mask is awful in this movie. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, all the Halloween masks are the same, but they're really not, man. They did a terrible job with this mask. It is downright awful. This has a young Paul Rudd in it, which is pretty cool. Just, this movie, you can leave it or take it or leave it. It is what it is. I enjoy it, but it's just tough to look at that mask. Not going to go into the plot on this one, because, I mean, I feel like I've passed our best years so far. Sad day. But I feel like all the Halloween movies are worth watching. Now coming up to Halloween, H2O, 20 years later, The Return of Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, this movie is awesome. I was so happy with this movie. It blew my world once I first watched it. Like, they got a new shape of the mask. I like the mask. It's fun to see. Just seeing Mother Teresa of the Halloween movies come back. Jamie Lee Curtis, man. Great to see her back in a movie. The story's great. It's almost like this is Halloween 3 right here. This is what Halloween 3 should have been, almost. I'll even take away those other Halloweens if this could have been Halloween 3. I could have dealt with that. I mean, but I'll take them since we got them. This is kind of when we started getting some interesting people in these movies. I mean, we got LL Cool J. It's like there's always some kind of weird random cast in these movies now. But I mean, Halloween H2O, I definitely recommend it. It's definitely one of the top Halloweens in my opinion. Definitely, this could be number 3, and I would have been totally cool with it. Sorry, guys, if I'm not getting too much into the plot. I mean, I got to get through a lot of these movies. I could talk about these plots all day long. All right, guys, I got kind of just very little to say about this one. Halloween Resurrection. This movie is where it takes place in Michael Myers' house. They're shooting like an internet television show. And, you know, you don't go into a man's house uninvited, I always believe. and he gets to killing them all. Jamie Lee Curtis, spoiler alert, she tragically dies in this movie, which I think is kind of crap. I don't think they should have killed her. I think she's forever the main person in these movies, as far as being the chick. I know she can't run around and do this forever, but there's better ways to do it. And they didn't even, give her... It wasn't even, a good hero death. I mean, it wasn't like Nancy Thompson from Nightmare on Elm Street, man. I feel like she got so disrespected with this movie, it just blew my mind. But this is probably the worst movie in the bunch, you guys. I mean, seriously, it has... Who's this rapper in this one? Busta Rhymes? Really? And he tries to fight Michael Myers with Kung Fu. Have I said enough to blow this movie out of your guys' range of wanting to watch? It's hilarious to watch. It is a crack up. It's why I own it. I'm a completist. I can watch it and laugh at it and just look at it for what it is, but definitely not a good movie by any means necessary. I mean, The Mask looks okay in this movie, kind of same, almost similar as the one in H2O. Yeah. And that's pretty much the quintessential franchise here, you guys. But I got some other stuff to show you guys. One of my favorite things that they've come out with, Halloween, 25 Years of Terror. This is a documentary about everything Halloween. Like, every movie, going through everything, the making, the production, getting everything going. This documentary, if you guys haven't checked it out and you guys call yourself Halloween fans, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to have to knock you down a peg with this. This is such a well-done documentary. Like I've been saying, each franchise is kind of getting their own documentary. Not all of them, obviously, yet. Hopefully they will. They have some great ones for Nightmare on Elm Street, Psycho. You guys saw the Psycho one on my first Franchise Fridays. And, man, this one is very well done. You see boobs in it, which is weird for a documentary, but whatever. It's cool. But this is definitely something you want to check out. If you don't want to check out the whole series, just check this out. Which would be very weird that you'd want to do that. I don't recommend that. Horror Junkies 509 does not recommend just watching this, okay? Watch the whole franchise, please. Alright, guys. A new Halloween for a new age. That just means remake to most of us. So, Rob Zombie, the man we all know, we've all heard his music, we've all seen the guy. We've all seen his first movie, so he did the first remake for Halloween. Now, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about this movie. I love the stuff they did showing, Michael Myers' backstory. Was it necessary? No, but I think it was really great to see. I really hate how he made them all white trash when originally they weren't, white trashy. Really hated that. I really hated that, everyone had long hair. Even Michael Myers. It was driving me crazy. There's small nitpickings that I got. But overall, this movie is great. It's a great remake. He did a great job. A great new image of this guy. I don't really like the rotten mask either, but I mean, it still looks good. I enjoy the mask. Michael Myers is in it. Michael Myers is brutal. He's gigantic. I just hated the first viewing of it I saw in theaters, and Michael Myers was breaking chains with his bare hands. Now, I think that edited is still in here, but I haven't seen it, so that's saving me a lot. I recommend this remake. I don't recommend a lot of remakes, but definitely check this one out. Definitely worth a watch. It's got a lot of great stuff, showing Michael Myers, what happened to him after, he kills his sister. Great stuff. And then Rob Zombie did a no-no. He went and made Halloween 2, which I was hoping was going to be good, but, I mean, Michael Myers was looking like ZZ Top throughout most of this movie, which is driving me crazy. And he does the biggest no-no, spoiler alert, he makes Michael Myers talk. I have nothing good to say about this movie at all. Rob Zombie, I will watch every one of your movies, but I cannot believe you made Michael Myers talk. He just says die. But you know what? The simple fact is this guy is supposed to be voiceless. There's nothing. I'm sorry, that's unforgivable to me. And you guys, I'm moving on. I'm getting pissed off, and it's just that's so unnecessary. But you guys, that's my second Franchise Fridays. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this, because I plan to keep doing this every about month or so. I hope you guys have a happy Halloween. I'm going to be doing a Halloween edition of The Gory Details with Jeff. Hopefully we'll be in our costumes. That'll be super cool. Hopefully you guys will join us, and hopefully you guys throw us some recommendations for movies to watch, and we will throw those your way. You guys have a good one. This is Horror Junkies 509 signing out.